Our round 7 match of the day was the first Fremantle derby of 2012, with East Fremantle hosting South Fremantle. The Sharks coming off consecutive defeats, and South Fremantle coming into the match after a big win last weekend over Peel Thunder. The weather was always looking threatening, but not half as threatening as East Fremantle were when they opened up their account very, very well in the first quarter. They actually dominated play without putting as much scoreboard pressure on South Fremantle as they could have. They were still able to kick 5 goals, 5 in the first quarter to South Fremantle's 2 goals. Won. The margin at quarter time, 22 points. The conditions held off in the first term, and Jack Perham took great advantage of that. He kicked 3 of his match tally of 5 in the first quarter to really set it up for East Fremantle. In the second quarter, the rain started to come down and the conditions really set in. They made conditions difficult for players of both sides, but still East Fremantle were dominant. And this run by Max Duffy, certainly one of the goals of the afternoon, one of the passages of play for the afternoon that really stirred East Fremantle on, and they started to assert themselves, and as such they stretched their lead out to 37 points at half time. And South Fremantle were well and truly looking down the barrel. A great goal there from young Sean Henson. And speaking of Henson, he and a group of young East Fremantle players played well all day and combined extremely well with that core group of East Fremantle experienced players that really makes them look like genuine premiership contenders this year. South Fremantle continued to battle manfully. They didn't have the answer to a lot of the brilliance of East Fremantle. You see Sam Menegola there, who flashed in and out of the play but took his opportunities when they arose. Robbie Young, a big man there, didn't hold that mark, but he combined magnificently with Russell Gabriel to dominate the ruck duels, and Mark McGough kicking that goal from just inside 50, one of the players of the match, with 37 possessions. The conditions just seem to get worse and worse. The lights were put on here at East Fremantle Oval, and you can see the young man there in Adam Waite, who drills a goal. He kicked 3 goals for the afternoon, and the list of goal scorers continued to grow for East Fremantle. At the end of the day, they ended up with 9 goal scorers. A terrific mark there by Perham that wasn't actually paid. He ends up with the footy, however, and plays a hand in getting it off there to Sean Henson, who kicked another goal, and East Fremantle really started to celebrate. It was a big win. As I mentioned, they led by 22 points at quarter time, by 37 at half time. It was an even 10 goals I should say, at 3/4 time, and in the end they ran out 18-18, 126 to 6-5, 41 the margin, a massive 85 points. Next week we travel to Fremantle Oval, and South Fremantle, after receiving a thrashing today, up against the Falcons, who got over the line against Peel Thunder. It promises to be a pivotal match for both of those clubs, the Bulldogs versus the Falcons, at Fremantle Oval, and we'll be on air from 2 p.m.